Hi, I'm Rachel T. Meyer.
I'm Polly Connor.
And we are Team Thriving Home. And we are so excited to have you here for this month's edition of Double Your Dinner Challenge. This month we are challenging you to make 2 batches of our chicken and cheese taquitos, which are one of our most popular recipes. And the concept, if you haven't heard, is that you're doubling it so you can enjoy one now for dinner and you can freeze one for later. So smart.
Yep, it's a great way to make freezer cooking a lifestyle, and it's just one baby step to make a freezer meal if you've never done that before. So this is for newbies, this is for veterans. It just gives you the tools to do it. So we want to show you what is in your free download, and the link for this will be in the description. So make sure you snag this download because it's just totally free. It's a great resource. So each month we pick a recipe, a popular one that is tried and true. We give you a shopping list that you're gonna need. You're gonna have your equipment list so you can get all your stuff out and ready. We also have gluten-free and dairy-free substitutions for every recipe if it applies. Then we have the step-by-step instructions. So we walk you through every single step you need to do to make one meal fresh and one meal frozen. After that, this is the fun part, you get a freezer label.
Already done for you.
It's already written out for you, so all you have to do is stick this to your freezer container. So again, this whole thing is free. Make sure you download that for this Double Your Dinner Challenge.
All right, let's get started.
All right. Okay, so this recipe is so easy. As you can see, I have 4 large chicken breasts in my Instant Pot. Now this recipe can be made in the Instant Pot or the slow cooker, which is, everyone loves versatility, right? Okay, so the first step is I'm gonna put the chicken in the Instant Pot, and you're just gonna put taco seasoning and chicken broth or chicken stock in there.
And it's worth mentioning, if you're putting it in the Instant Pot, we learned through lots and lots of testing of Instant Pot recipes for our cookbook, one of our cookbooks, that you don't wanna stack the meat. You want it in one single layer if possible. So I shoved those puppies down in there so they're one layer.
We learned the hard way that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I put my taco seasoning in there.
Right, and you could use 2 packets of taco seasoning or homemade taco seasoning, which you can find on Thriving Home.
Yep. All right, and then I've got chicken broth. Just gonna pour that in, and if you are an Instant Pot user, you know you need at least a cup of chicken broth.
Yep.
Okay, and then simply we're just gonna cook this for
step
7
2.
minutes.
Yeah.
Step 2, we're gonna cook it in here. All right, and if you're gonna cook in the slow cooker.
Yeah, if you wanna cook in the slow cooker, this is another thing we learned, and this is gonna blow your mind. Get ready. You only need to cook your chicken breasts for, wait for it, 2.5 hours. Maybe 3. No joke. You know chicken breasts are done when they register 165 degrees Fahrenheit internally. So you can use a meat thermometer for that. And that's how we learned what the correct cooking time was for this. Or make sure there's no pink inside. It should shred easily.
Right. Now every slow cooker is a little bit different, so the best way to know is checking the temperature. But so many recipes out there have you overcooking your chicken.
Absolutely.
So make sure you're checking the temperature so you know how your slow cooker cooks.
And then we also learned the exact right timing for the Instant Pot as well.
Yep. So 7 minutes at low or high pressure, and then we're gonna do a quick release.
And so don't use your preset button. Follow our instructions in your guide. Okay, we are moving on to step 3, and our chicken has cooked in the Instant Pot. We've removed it to this cutting board, and I've been busy shredding the chicken apart. And to do that, I've just used 2 forks and a little muscle power here and pull it apart. So I'm gonna finish up this last breast here.
And one little hack about shredding chicken, if you have a lot of chicken to shred like you do with this recipe, I use my KitchenAid mixer. If you have one of these, I put all the chicken in the bowl, and just with this paddle mixer here, is that what you call that attachment?
Yeah, the paddle attachment.
You just run that and it'll shred the chicken for you so much faster. So that's one little kitchen hack you can use.
It's a great idea.
Now, as Rachel finishes that up, I'm going to just move all this chicken back to the Instant Pot. Here's what I did. There's a lot of excess liquid after you've cooked in the Instant Pot and the slow cooker. You want to reserve about a half cup of that, okay? And then just dump the rest off. So I'm gonna just add that half cup back in just because it helps bring in a little bit more flavor and keeps that moisture there. I'm gonna move all this chicken back to the Instant Pot. Right over here. How are your wrists, Rachel?
We're doing great.
Can you still feel your fingers?
I feel like I'm burning off calories so I can enjoy this meal.
It gives you good arm muscles too. We love multitasking while we cook.
This meal it's really not hard to make. It's got a few steps and it takes just a little while, but it's super easy to do. Okay, we're gonna move that back in there.
Yeah. Okay, so after we get all this chicken added back in, what I'm gonna do is, it's so simple. There's so few ingredients. Okay, so salsa, that's a half cup of salsa, and then cream cheese. Okay, and then we're gonna need more arm power. I probably should have gotten my spoon. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna stir all this together so it's kind of this creamy, chickeny mix, and then we'll show you what's next. Okay, we are on step 4, and all this shredded chicken has been stirred together with cream cheese and salsa, and as you can see, we got kind of a head start. So we're just gonna show you how to build these taquitos, and what you're gonna do is take roughly a 1/3 cup of the shredded chicken and spread it out on a tortilla.
And then I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of shredded cheddar cheese, or you can use your favorite shredded cheese. You could use like Jack cheese maybe.
Colby Jack would be good. Yep. Oh, you wanna wrap that one
yeah.
up? Okay.
And then for wrapping this, I pull it really tight. That's kind of the idea of a taquito, is real tight. Now, as we're finishing up this last one, you'll see we've already done a whole pan for dinner tonight.
Yep.
And these are ready to go in the oven, except I'm gonna take some cooking spray and I'm gonna spray the tops of them, and that just helps them brown up a little bit. Sorry. So those will go in a 400-degree oven and be done in about 20 minutes. They'll be nice and hot and bubbly and crunchy. The rest of these, we're going to stick in our freezer bag, and it has our freezer label already taped on it. You can write down the date that you made this. It'll last in the freezer for easily 3 months.
Yeah.
And you can write down some side dish ideas, serving ideas, that kind of thing. And we give those to you in our packet. And I'm gonna place these last 2 in there.
One side note, we do say in the recipe use wheat tortillas. This is just what we found at the store. So you can use whole wheat tortillas if you can find them at your store.
Yep. I'm squeezing out as much air as I can out of our freezer meal because air is the enemy of good freezer meals. And this is ready to go in the freezer. What's so cool about this is that you can actually pull these out completely frozen from frozen and bake them from frozen on a busy night.
Yeah, we get a lot of requests for meals that you can just bake from frozen because sometimes you just forget that you need to feed your people.
Exactly. So look at this. We're done.
Dinner's been doubled, guys.
Woo!
Good job.
Good job. Don't forget, you can get your download at the description below using the URL below. Good job. Way to go. Thanks for joining us.